Hello and welcome to this Fibro section. Just hands. Right, this week I had to research how to say this word because I thought it was paresthesia, but it's not. It's paresthesia. So it's because the way it's spelled is paresthesia. I had to check it on my phone because I wasn't quite sure how to pronounce it. So good job I did, otherwise I'd have been saying it wrong. And we have the trusted notepad. Now, I do also appreciate that I had a comment saying that I was a lot more confident, and I think the video was better when I did my last Fibro section on how I was over Christmas. And I get that talking to you normally like this, I'm a lot more confident because I haven't got a book that I'm looking at and concentrating on. But I cannot remember all this. I did used to be on stage, so I did used to remember lines, but now I'm not going to be able to remember all that. So I'm having to read from a book. So I do apologise if I'm not as fluent or as confident with the book as I am talking to you normally, but that's just how it is with my research. So let's get on to this week's Fibro section, which is paresthesia. So this word has been cropping up quite a few times in things that I've researched with Fibro, and I was like, I want to look into it a bit further. So I have. Fibromyalgia is a common cause of numbness or tingling in the legs and feet. With this condition, numbness and tingling may also be felt in the hands and the arms and is called paresthesia. Fibro was long believed not to involve inflammation, but research suggests low levels of inflammation in the connective tissue called the fascia. That raises the possibility that inflammation may contribute to paresthesia in fibro. Paresthesia is the medical term used to describe odd, but not usually painful, sensations including tingling, crawling, itching, numbness and prickling. These sensations can be mild, annoying, uncomfortable, or in people with fibro, even quite painful. So in normal people, they're not painful, they're just a sensation, but in people with fibro, they can become painful. Some people describe them as an annoying tickle or a hair brushing against their skin. Have you ever had that feeling? Where I get it all the time, especially in the summer, like if I've got a little vest top on and I can feel a hair on my back or something, and then I'm like, there's nothing there, you know. It's just strange, isn't it? Others may experience a sensation like pins and needles, or a foot that's fallen asleep due to its restricted blood flow, or a bugs on skin feeling. I would say I get that bugs on skin feeling when I have a strong painkiller like morphine. Anything like codeine, cocodamol, morphine, they all give me the bugs on skin feeling, and it's the weirdest sensation. I hate it. Right, let me swap arms because I'm going to swap sides of the book. Paresthesias often come and go rather than being a constant sensation. They can strike without warning, usually without an obvious trigger. While these sensations are most common in your hands, feet and face, they can be present anywhere in the body. Fibro and chronic fatigue syndrome are both associated with paresthesias, including the painful kind. They can be of any severity and get more or less painful over time. A 2009 study suggested that people with fibro who also smoke cigarettes tend to have more severe pain from paresthesias. So I thought that was interesting. Not that I smoke, but you know, only if I'm on fire. Paresthesias are most often caused by damage to peripheral nerves or pressure on those nerves. When paresthesias aren't painful or disruptive, they're not something that needs to be treated. If it's just a feeling, like if you've just got the the pins and needles, the tingling or the skin crawling sensation, oh, I cannot speak, then it doesn't need treatment. It's when it becomes painful that it needs help. So, some options for peripheral neuropathy are already used to treat fibro, including pregabalin and gabapentin. The healthcare specialists most likely to understand how to treat them are neurologists and rheumatologists. Don't get me started on rheumatologists. If you haven't seen my previous fibro sections, I had a very, very, very bad experience with a rheumatologist, once only, never going back again. If you are concerned at all about anything in this section, or you want to discuss it further, then please contact your GP, because they are your first port of call. And I will be talking to my GP soon about a long list of things I've got going on at the moment with my fibro. But I just haven't had a chance to actually call her. But I am promising myself that tomorrow is the day I'm going to call the GP. But yeah, paresthesias, if you're concerned about how painful it is for you, or, you know, contact your GP and have a chat with them about it. Just say, oh, I've just, you know, heard someone talking about it and it related to me and I wondered. The only thing I would say is when I first started my treatment for fibro, I went on pregabalin, did nothing. So then I went on to gabapentin and I was on a high dose gabapentin. And I do not like those drugs. Now, I understand that some people need them and they can't cope without them. I get that. And not every drug suits everybody. But they didn't suit me. And the gabapentin was what made me put on 3 stone. And I haven't been able to shift it since. So, also, coming off of gabapentin was the worst experience I think I've ever had. So be careful. Don't just suddenly stop a drug. Ask your GP to help you come off of it slowly, because it's dangerous to do that, because they affect all the neurons in your brain. So you don't want it to trigger something. So yeah, definitely have a chat with your GP if you find that. If you relate to any of this, comment down below. Let me know how you deal with it. I suffer with the pins and needles, the tingling, all of those sensations I do suffer with. Like I say, the hair feeling, the bugs on the skin feeling, like I say, I get with medication, but I don't get that with fibro. But I do get the pins and needles and the numbness in my feet. My feet go numb so easily. And I do wonder if there's a restriction of blood flow with fibro. So that's another fibro section I can look into. And another fibro section I'm going to look into as well is about back pain. Because I'm suffering. I'm suffering so much with my back at the moment. It's right, let me show you. It's right here in this lower section. And also in this shoulder here. Classic fibro tender points. But it's just not getting any better. And I know what they say, lose weight. Yes, I'd love to lose weight. I'd love to lose 3 stone. You got a magic pill? I don't overeat. I probably overdrink, but I don't overeat, and I do try and exercise at least 3 times a week. I know they're only 5 minutes long, but it's still exercise. But with fibro, it's hard. So anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. I hope this has been a bit interesting for you. If there's any words that crop up, that you hear associated with fibro and you think, wonder what that's about, let me know. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook or Twitter. Drop me a DM. I always try to answer your DMs as much as I can. So let me know if there's a fibro section that you think I really want to find out more about this, or I'd really like to know more. Let me know. I'll be happy to research it for you. Anyway, take care, my lovelies, and I will see you all on Saturday for the weekly. Mwah!